Okay, so hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I just took my summer semester and I took Spanish and I took Shakespeare studies, and the very first work from Shakespeare that we had to read was Macbeth. And at the same time, I had a friend who was watching the Star Wars movies. She was trying to get into like the fandom and stuff. I think it was pretty successful. It seems like she's a fan now. I am not there yet. She was talking to me about watching the movies and things like that. I was reading Macbeth at the same time, and what she was telling me, I was noticing some similarities between Macbeth and Anakin, and so because of that, I want to make a video talking about the similarities, and I'm in preparation for that. So that's why I'm watching the movies, because I've read Macbeth and I know a little bit about Anakin, but not that much. I don't want to go based off of things I've just read on Wikipedia or things that my friend has told me. Like, I want to see it for myself. Like, I can see the similarities, but I like really want to analyze it. Right now I'm watching The Phantom Menace. It is 2 hours and 16 minutes. I don't know if I'll be able to watch, I definitely won't be able to watch all three today. I don't know if I'll be able to watch the second one, but I'm at least gonna watch The Phantom Menace today, and I will be taking notes, or try to. I'm not really like a good note taker. I just like try to retain as much information as possible. So we'll see. I might not need to take notes, but I still have a notebook. I've never seen these. They're the like prequel, I guess, trilogy. I've never seen them. I don't know what is in store for me, but I do actually vaguely remember I had when I was in second grade, my second grade teacher showed us one of these. I can't remember. And I just remember somebody getting cut in half. We were in second grade. But I mean, it's not like it was that bad, you know, like it's not that violent or bloody or anything. But I don't even recall it affecting me that much. I was like, oh, like you got cut in half. Okay, start recording now. Dun, da, da, da. Dun, 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 dun. A long time ago, in the galaxy far, far away. Oh my god, go away. Ooh, that scared me. That scared me. I don't really know how to go about this, but maybe like when I see a Macbeth similarity, I can just point it out.
I will not condone a course of action that will lead us to war.
So this is Natalie Portman, right? Why does her voice sound so different? Is she doing it on purpose? I honestly don't even know what to say. Because I'm just like watching and taking it all in. Oh my god, what is that? That is terrifying.
Losing power.
Oh wait, did he just whine? He went, oh. I like these underwater creatures. It's kind of cool. So I just realized that Hayden Christensen is not in this movie, and I'm a little disappointed, I gotta say. Wait, so isn't that Natalie Portman? I don't know. That is her. Isn't that her? That's not Natalie Portman. That's Natalie Portman. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, from what I read, his character Anakin is like 9 in this movie. So obviously that's very different from Macbeth. That's completely different. Wait a minute. Was that Keira Knightley? You're telling me that was Keira Knightley? What? That was Keira Knightley? Wait. I'm not even, hold on. I knew it was like a decoy queen. Like I knew that Padme, I know that she switched places. I could tell because I saw Natalie Portman. Like I know she's supposed to be queen. And I'm like, okay, but why is they like, I was confused. So there was a decoy. The decoy was played by Keira Knightley. Wild. That's fun. They should have added this to Galaxy's Edge. This would have been such a cool ride. I'm just sitting here like, why didn't they add anything like this in the park? See, I'm an Imagineer because I'm an Imagineer, but I can't execute because I'm also not like capable of being an engineer. I have the imagination part, but not the engineer part. But what they could have done is for a ride, like each vehicle is like a different looking, like a different sort of, what do you call it? What do you call these things? I don't know. These spaceship things. I don't know. But they all could have had different looks on the track, and then maybe it's sort of like a test track kind of thing. This is an interesting scene, this race. I like the sound. How do they make these sounds, I wonder? Like, what do they use? Like, do they... Because I know, like, sound production, whatever, a lot of it is very manual.
What?
You're no longer a slave.
But your mom is, and she has to stay here.
Can I go, Mom?
Anakin, this path has been placed before you. The choice is yours alone.
I want to do it.
Then pack your things. I haven't much time.
Yippee!
Yippee. I mean, you think he'd be a little bit sadder about leaving his mom, but I guess not.
What about Mom?
Okay. Alright. Is that still not Natalie Portman? I keep thinking that it's Natalie Portman. I'm like, did they switch? Like, I'm so confused. Did they switch again?
What options have we?
Or is that still Keira Knightley?
Our best choice would be...
I also really love her costumes. Like, they're very elaborate. So yeah, when I looked up the similarities between Macbeth and Anakin, a prophecy was brought up. I didn't know that Anakin also had a prophecy. But, of course, there's a prophecy for Macbeth. If you've read Macbeth, there is a prophecy, so there is a similarity. Similarity number one. I think Macbeth's prophecy, though, is much more negative. It seems positive because he's told that he's going to become king. But really, I think that the witches that give him the prophecy, it's kind of more like prophecy of his downfall. Anakin's prophecy is much more positive, but he doesn't. Well, does he end up bringing balance? No, he doesn't. I don't think he does. I don't know. So I'm reading that Anakin did fulfill the prophecy. This is much more confusing than I thought it would be. So the Jedi prophecy foretold the destruction of the Sith, and I guess, is there a debate on if Anakin fulfilled the prophecy or not? It seems like it's not conclusive. Some people say that Anakin fulfilled the prophecy by killing Palpatine, and then by him dying, the Sith line ended? I don't know. This reminds me of Infinity War. This reminds me so much of Infinity War. Cool. Sweet. Wait, is this where he dies? Is this where he gets cut in half? I'm just waiting. This is cool. I love a good fight scene. Why are you so precariously at the edge? Like, you gonna die. Or maybe not. What's he doing? Aw, man. See, I knew that was gonna happen. Ooh. Ooh. Quick. Quick with it. He's quick with it.
Bye, bitch!
Ooh, I like that. I like their uniforms. It's cool. I don't know, I just like a good uniform. His outfit kind of looks sort of 16th century. I don't know, there's a lot of, some of the outfits of him and in the back, it's giving 16th century. But not in a bad way, like that's just what it reminds me of. Oh snap, HBCU. This like, oh I love her outfit. Yes. I think what I'm gonna do is I watched this, I'm gonna edit it, and then watch the next one and edit that, and then the next one and then edit that, and then put it all together. As in terms of Macbeth, I mean Anakin is in this, but he's very young. I'm not seeing much Macbeth yet.
Later that same evening.
So I'm literally getting ready for bed. I just took a shower, I just washed my face. That's why my face looks really, I look like a glazed donut. But anyway, I was talking to my friends after having watched The Phantom Menace and trying to understand the prophecy, because at first I didn't really see like a connection. Like, okay, Macbeth and Anakin, they both have prophecies, but like that's kind of it. That's all the similarities. Like, okay, they both have prophecies. But the more I thought about it, there is quite a similarity there as well, because Macbeth's prophecy, the three witches, they approach him and Banquo, or they stumble upon these women, and they tell him that he's going to be Thane of Condor, They tell him that he's going to be Thane of Cawdor. It happens. They also tell him that he's going to be king, and because he becomes, because he becomes Thane of Cawdor, he's like, oh, I can become king as well. And that causes him to kill the king, murder the king, and, you know, subsequent murders. And so that's why it's often reasoned, and why I reason that Macbeth's prophecy was actually foretelling his downfall, because the witches never said, like, good will come of this. They just were like, you will become Thane, you will become king. And because he followed their prophecy, what they told him, he did bad things, and it ended up being literally the death of him. The prophecy that was presented in The Phantom Menace, I guess basically it's that the Chosen One will bring order by destroying like the Sith line. So Anakin kills Palpatine, but then he himself ends up dying, which with him dying, that is the end of the Sith line. If you go off of that, then that means that that prophecy kind of foretold his downfall as well. I don't know, it's just interesting. Episode 2, we're back. Attack of the Clones. I have a pimple patch on today because I have a pimple. Oh, let me get my, oh, I didn't bring my pen.
There was no danger at all.
What? I feel like that just happens so randomly. It's not Keira Knightley. What is it? Oh, there he
You seem a little
is.
on edge.
He's so cute.
I haven't felt you this tense since we fell into that nest of gundarks.
You fell into that nightmare.
Okay.
And I rescued you.
I already have a Macbeth comparison. It's already been said that Obi-Wan is like Banquo. I just wrote Banquo and I put G instead of a Q.
And you will pay attention to my lead.
Why?
What?
She hardly even recognized me, Jar Jar. I've thought about her every day since we've parted, and she's forgotten me completely.
He had a crush.
She was pleased to see us.
She was pleased to see him. Cause he cute.
Because of your mother?
How old is he supposed to be here? Is he still supposed to be like fairly young? Wait, no. Wait, didn't they say 10 years? So is he like 19?
I'd much rather dream about Padme. Just being around her again is intoxicating.
Oh, he like obsessed. He's a little obsessed. Why are you so obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know. Somebody do something, because something's happening. Ew, what is that? Oh, what is that? What is that? Oh, I don't want to watch. I don't want to look at it. I don't know. I'm starting to find, I find this so far more entertaining than the first one. Is it because of Hayden Christensen? Possibly. But so far I'm liking this one a little bit more.
Hold up, Anakin. Hold up.
Why is he laughing? That is not funny. What the fuck? Catch her! Don't let her run away!
In the meantime, we must consider your own safety.
What is your suggestion, Master Jedi?
Oh, Anakin's not a Jedi yet. He's still a Padawan learner. But I was thinking...
Hold on a minute.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. I'm in charge of security here, milady.
And this is my home. I know it very well. That is why we're here. I think it would be wise if you took advantage of my knowledge in this instance.
Sorry, milady.
He has a problem with, like, deferring to people. That's pretty.
We used to come here for school retreat.
Her dress is really nice.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Not like here. Here everything is soft and smooth.
Okay. Alrighty, okay, that was quick.
We take great pride in our combat education.
That's a lot.
All right. I was 12. His name was Paulo.
I love this dress too. Her outfits are really cute. Let's roll. Let's roll on top of each other. Why she walks us up. We don't got all day. Are they about to do it? What y'all doing? Screwing.
You're starting to become a Jedi. I'm a senator.
This outfit, fierce too. Like they really amped it up with the outfits. Feels good too. I would be the same. I would be begging too.
Evaporators.
Okay, her outfits in this really are on point.
From Naboo.
Hey, Christopher Lee. Oh my god.
Now I am complete.
She's not gonna die, is she? I mean, I guess it's nice that he got to see her before she died, but man, that's so sad. Yeah, fuck them up. Fuck them up. Oh, okay. I wanted to see a little bit more.
Anakin!
No! Do they know that he's like fucking shit up?
Something terrible has happened. Young Skywalker is in pain.
So I guess you have to kind of have like a sort of like sense of peace to be a Jedi, and Anakin doesn't.
Maybe we can contact Anakin on Naboo. It's much closer.
Well, they're not there. And he wasn't supposed to do that. He wasn't supposed to do things without telling.
What's wrong, Annie?
His mom died.
Count Dooku must have made a treaty with them.
Wait, that's so funny that he's Count Dooku. I just realized that. I didn't even think about it. He played one Count, and now he's playing another. Count Dracula, one Count D to another Count D.
Whereof the Geonosians don't trust them.
Does he have other hands? That was a stupid thing. Why did I say that? I feel like the casting is good because I can believe them as being the parents of Luke and Leia, appearance-wise.
I love you.
You love me?
It's like, really? So they're like supposed to be being fed. Who dat? Who's that? Oh, okay. It's my man. Ooh. Wow. Oh, snap. So are these like the stormtroopers that end up becoming like not good? Oh, stormtroopers were modeled. They were modeled on these guys. That's what I just read. Obliterated, period.
To the forward command center, take me.
This is like a big ass battle. Pew, 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 pew. This is kind of cool. Not kind of cool, it's cool.
My master will never allow the Republic to get away with this treachery.
I'm assuming his master is Palpatine, that's what I'm assuming. So it just hasn't been like revealed yet. I guess that Palpatine is like a bad guy. Well, I guess, you know, if you're new to this, like I am, this is like your first introduction into this, the whole thing. It's not been revealed that Palpatine is the bad guy, but people having watched this, especially like major Star Wars fans would have known.
I can't leave her! Come to your senses! What do you think Padme would do were she in your position?
Jump out.
The droid army is in full retreat.
Well done, Commander. Bring me a ship.
Is he gonna go get her? Somebody needs to get her. She has to be his baby mama.
We'll take him together. You're going slowly on the left.
Taking him now. No, Anakin, no! No!
Dude, he does not listen. Ooh. That's kind of a cool scene. Fighting in the dark with the lightsabers. Cool. Oh my god. He lost his arm. How could you do that?
It is obvious that this contest cannot be decided by our knowledge of the Force, but by our skills with a lightsaber.
Okay. Alright. Wow. I don't think I've ever actually seen like Yoda in action, so it's pretty cool. They really gave her like amazing costumes in this movie though. Okay, well, that was episode 2. I'm not planning on watching the Clone Wars, at least not right now. I'll watch episode 3 and then I'll get to working on my Annabeth. I'll get to working on my Anakin and Macbeth comparison video. If Anakin and Macbeth were a couple, they would be Annabeth. That would be their couple name. Yeah, love it. Star Wars is such a staple to pop culture. Like, even if you've never watched the movies, I feel like most people know the like most basic things about it. And I've always known of Yoda, of course. He's like one of the best, most well-known, iconic movie film characters. And I knew that he was like powerful and stuff, but I didn't know, like I haven't seen him in action. And it was like really cool to see that. I've been making notes. So the first movie, as in terms of Macbeth, I just noted mainly the prophecy and the two of their Annabeth. Not Annabeth. Anakin and Macbeth's prophecies, that similarity there. And then for episode 2, I mainly highlighted the relationship of Macbeth and Banquo in comparison to Anakin and Obi-Wan. I was kind of thinking about making a note about the difference in the relationships, like romantic relationships of Anakin and Padme and Macbeth and his wife, but I want to see the relationship more in the next movie because I know it goes south. So yeah, but in their relationship, Anakin and Padme, they're definitely more like they see each other as equals and like respect each other and love each other. And Macbeth, Lady Macbeth, she does not respect her husband. He's very much like kind of cowardly, and Anakin is not. That's a major difference between the two of them. Lady Macbeth does not respect her husband. Padme does respect Anakin, at least for now. I have to watch the 3rd movie. Alright. It hasn't been that long since I watched I've been watching the prequel trilogy through this week. I just changed my hair very recently because I'm doing like job interviews and stuff, or I'm just like looking for jobs, and I don't want like to walk into a job interview and have like half black, half like lilac hair, and people be like, look at this bitch. So I just changed my hair. Like, it hasn't been that long. So yeah, we have come to the end of at least the prequel trilogy, my prequel watching journey. It's been interesting. I never ever thought that I would like actually sit down and watch these movies. But before I watch the movie, I just wanted to discuss some things, particularly talking about Anakin's character leading into this final movie. So when I watched Attack of the Clones at the end, I was kind of talking about, like, I was looking at my notebook and I was talking about some of the similarities I found between Anakin and Macbeth, because that's why I'm doing this. That's the whole point of why I'm doing this. I wanted to find the similarities so I can prepare for my video. But I also noted what I thought was a difference between the two characters. I said that I think that Macbeth is cowardly, while Anakin is not. I still wouldn't call Anakin cowardly per se. That depends on your definition of what you think cowardly is. When I used that word, I was thinking more along the lines of like insecurity and confidence in themselves and their abilities, and their goals also, whether their goals are bad or not, morally right or morally wrong. I'm not talking about that. I just mean how they feel about how they can carry through their actions and get to their goal, basically. Prior to Macbeth's downfall in the play, we know that he is brave in battle. It's the context that's set up for the entire play. But when it comes to killing the king, Macbeth shows a fear and an unwillingness to do it, to the point where his wife, she's willing to take up the mantle for him because she thinks that like he won't be able to do it because he's just not man enough, you know? Even though it's very clearly something that Macbeth does want to do. Like, he does want to become king, but he just doesn't have the stomach, the ability to carry out with his plans. Anakin does bad things, very bad things, but he does it without hesitation. Despite that, I do think that Anakin is insecure. He's very confident in himself, but I still do think that he's insecure. Insecurity is like a lack of being completely comfortable in yourself, and Anakin is having like this like duality of emotions and like inner turmoil between being good, being bad, and like thinking that he's trying to do the right thing and he's really not doing the right thing. But yeah, he's confident in his abilities, very confident in his abilities, but insecure in many other aspects. There's this channel called Cinema Therapy that I love to watch. It's a licensed therapist and a filmmaker, and they watch movies together, and sometimes they do character profiles and they like talk about different characters and their mental health struggles, disorders they might have. And I know I need to see a real therapist, like a personal therapist, but I really like watching the videos because sometimes it's very helpful for me in my mental health. But I know I need to see like a therapist for me who like knows my brain. But for now, I'll just like watch their videos, I guess. But yeah, they discussed Anakin. They talked about Anakin. The things that they said about Anakin helped me to understand his character better. In hindsight, I realized that while Anakin is quite cocky at times and reckless to a ridiculous degree, he is insecure, and I think that's something that he shares with Macbeth. Anakin very clearly has a fear of abandonment. That's a huge source of insecurity for him, a fear of losing people who are close to him and that he loves. For Macbeth, and I can discuss more about this later in the video that I have planned, but Macbeth has problems with impotence, or at least that's something that you can take from reading the play or watching the play. I think that there's a strong case to say that he's struggled with it, and you can go and read the play. There was an article that I read, but I don't know how accessible it is, but I read it for a class, and it was like they made some really good points. And I mean, one of the main points is that Macbeth and his wife do not have children. Meanwhile, everybody else around them has children, but they don't. Macbeth is dealing with something that at that time, even now, but especially at that time, like not being able to do your, manly duties and have an heir, especially being a king, having an heir is very important. Even Queen Elizabeth the First, she didn't have any heirs, and that was a huge source of anxiety because when your main government is a monarch, when the line of succession depends on heirs and you don't have any, that's a big deal. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a big source of insecurity for Macbeth. But yes, both characters are insecure. We'll see in this movie. Anakin, he falls to the dark side in this movie. That's why I'm wearing red. But there's like this, you know, push and pull between being good and being bad. But obviously there's a source for Anakin's insecurity. Like I said, he's a fear of abandonment, but he also has like a really hard life, or he had a hard life, and that's part of what contributes to him being a sympathetic villain or a tragic hero. After watching the second movie and preparing myself to watch this final movie, I was like, you know, Anakin really doesn't like catch a break. Padme was the best thing really to happen to him, and then she was gonna get taken away from him. So like I do understand like where his fear comes from. Going back to when he was a child, he was a slave. He was very close with his mother, but they were still slaves. Like it's not, you know, it's not like the best way to live a life. He and his mother were really close, had a good relationship, but he left her to train as a Jedi and then didn't see her for like 10 years. Qui-Gon was his father figure, and then he dies, and then when he finally gets to see his mom again, she dies. So in the end, as in terms of like some sort of parental figure, Anakin is left with Obi-Wan, which Obi-Wan is like great, he's awesome, he's a good person, but he's not particularly nurturing, as in terms of like, you know, something that Anakin really needed. Like he needed a parent, and he didn't have that. Especially considering Obi-Wan was quite young when he got Anakin as a protege. Anakin commented that Obi-Wan was like the closest thing to a father that he has. Their relationship is more brotherly than anything. There's, you know, an age gap, but it's more like an older brother. Also, Obi-Wan is very much a Jedi in his thinking, where in a sense that he reminds Anakin to not have attachments, and to be mindful of his emotions, which, you know, for somebody who is obviously an emotional person, telling them to push down their emotions is not necessarily the best thing. It's not good for anybody to repress your emotions and to like push them down, and it's not good. It's not good. I honestly had heard about the sand monologue prior to watching these movies, and I thought it was going to be funnier than it was. I didn't really find it funny. Like when I was watching that scene and I was laughing, I was more so laughing at the way that Hayden Christensen was like touching Natalie Portman. Like why is it getting so familiar and so handsy? That's why I was laughing. The sand monologue didn't really, you know, I get that it's a meme, but like I understand why Anakin doesn't like sand. He comes from a desert planet, and like sand symbolizes everything bad. He was a slave, his mom died, like sand represents the bad in his life. Yeah, really, Anakin needed a therapist. Like, we're the therapists in this galaxy. And an argument could be made that he did have a support system with the Jedi Council, but I don't know. Obviously, I'm not very familiar with the Star Wars world, but I don't know. I can't think of anybody that would really talk to him about his emotions. I could be wrong, but like, in the way that he needed, like he needed a therapist. Like he needed somebody who would analyze and help him work through his emotions, like a counselor or a therapist. And I don't know if there's anybody like that. Maybe Yoda, because he's like, you know, wise and stuff. Yoda has other stuff to do. Like he's busy. I started watching the Clone Wars a little bit, and I said I wouldn't, but I'm watching them just in like my free time. And you know, Yoda's like the general. Like he's busy. You know what I mean? Like everybody's busy too. Like not only do I not necessarily think that they're qualified to be like therapists, but they're all busy. They have stuff to do. In the absence of a proper parental figure and somebody who Anakin could really trust, Palpatine like wormed his way in and was like kind of actively I don't know, I guess grooming Anakin. I would assume, because since Anakin was a Jedi from a very young age, I would assume that Palpatine was like in his ear from a young age. He was like working to earn Anakin's trust, seemed to respect Anakin and also not treat him like a child the way that Anakin thought other people were treating him. Anakin was like a prime target. He was young and inexperienced and just wanted acceptance from somebody. I saw a comment on Cinematherapy that said that the Jedi should have worked on Anakin as a human before like helping him, you know, learn how to use the Force and strengthen skills that could destroy a planet. I think that's a good strategy. I think that when they're training, you know, when they have Jedis in training, I think that they need to give them some therapy, some counseling before they give them powers that could like literally like, destroy things. You know, you can't save everyone, and maybe Anakin was unable to be stopped because he was already on that path, because Palpatine was really getting into his head. But I do feel like he could have had a chance if somebody would have like really talked to him and helped him work through his emotions, because he was really, honestly, like, he was grieving. Man was grieving, and he didn't really like get to grieve properly. He got to bury his mother, but it was like back to work. I don't know, there's a lot that could have been different, and you know, maybe things could have just been different in general. But the thing is too, Padme still was gonna die, right? So I don't know, things just happened the way they happened, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about that before I get into watching this movie. I'm excited because this is a movie that Hayden Christensen really looks so good, so I'm ready. I'm really ready. I'm not gonna fawn over Hayden Christensen the whole time, but man is beautiful. Are all the Star Wars movies PG-13? I don't think I noticed that. Probably, because some guy got cut in half the first movie. If I ever had the opportunity to like write a book and like that got adapted into a movie, if John Williams is still alive, I'm sorry, but like he's older. If he's still alive though, I want him to make a score. Or somebody who can make a John Williams-esque score, because my god, if you want cinematic, you get John Williams. I'm not even reading this. War. Okay, so you kidnapped Palpatine, but Palpatine's like a bad guy, so this is like some sort of ruse, right?
This is where the fun begins.
Oh, that's that line. That's that line. This is where the fun begins. I saw a comment that, like, on Reddit, somebody wasn't happy that Anakin would be like this pretty boy, I guess, but I think that's actually really good storytelling, for Anakin to be like young and attractive. I think his youthfulness and attractiveness highlights his heroism, as in terms of like, you know, a visual storytelling, and it just shows like who he was truly before.
Drop your weapon. I said drop them. Roger.
The drones couldn't have gotten like scarier sounding voices because I would not be afraid. I really wouldn't. I mean, I would, because it's like robots with guns pointing at you, but their voices at the same time would make me want to laugh.
Always on the move.
Also, I have to admit, I never understood the like Ewan McGregor thing, but now I do. I do. Oh my god. That's how that feels, bitch. That's what you just said. He said, that's how that feels.
Kill him. Kill him now.
I shouldn't.
Do it.
Dang. So, does it ever get explained, but what was the point of, like, pretending to be kidnapped? Because Palpatine is working with them, right? So, like, I'm assuming. So why would he pretend to be kidnapped? Was it to get to Anakin? I don't know. Maybe it'll be explained, but I'm just asking questions now while I have the question in my mind, and then maybe somebody will answer it for me. Oh my god, he's squealing. Literally squealing.
General Kenobi.
God, oh my god.
General Kenobi.
Wally. That's what it sounds like. Wally. Ow. I hope nobody was in that.
Alright. Well, you owe me one, and not for saving your skin for the 10th time.
9th time. That business on Cato and Amoidia doesn't count. I'll see you at the briefing.
Yeah, they definitely give off like Macbeth and Banquo vibes, their relationship. But nobody sees this at all.
They would have ever brought us back from the Outer Rim sieges.
Wait, not here.
Yes, here. I'm tired of all this deception. I don't care if they know we're married.
Rewind again, I'm sorry. They really had to go and make Darth Vader like sexy. Like, why did y'all do that?
This is a happy moment. The happiest moment of my life.
When he said happiest moment of my life, like, I think it was. When has this guy ever been happy? When has he been happy? Like, truly, outside of, you know, his relationship with Padme, when has he been happy? I don't know. I don't think he ever has been. And that's why it's so sad. Like, his story is so sad. Honestly, could you imagine just, like, sleeping, like, being in your home? You're just trying to chill, and something just, like, goes right past your window? I don't think I could do that. I'm used to airplanes flying overhead, but right by the window? Couldn't be me. Must be loud. Unless they develop, like, technology to, you know, soundproof. Like, he really is very in love with her. Like, a little obsessed. Definitely, but he's very obsessed with her. Actually, I have a theory. I thought about it the other day, and oh, I have a theory. Who sleeps like that, though? Like, who sleeps with the full-on hair and the what? That is a great view. There's no way that dress would be comfortable to sleep in. I just, with the things on the shoulders, the arms like that, no. Absolutely not.
Do you think Obi-Wan might be able to help us?
We don't need his help.
This is the problem. This is the problem. Oh my god. See, part of, you know, getting help is sometimes you gotta do it. Like, you gotta seek the help. But, okay, Padme really should have if he was my husband, I'm like, you're talking to somebody. Oh, he is talking to somebody. Okay.
Death is a natural part of life. Rejoice for those around you who transform into the Force. Mourn them, do not. Miss them, do not. Attachment leads to jealousy. The shadow of greed, that is.
What must I do, Master Yoda?
Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose.
See, I don't know if that's great advice. Not for what Anakin is experiencing. Love Yoda, awesome, great character. I just think, as in terms of Anakin, what he's dealing with, I don't think that was good advice. I just don't. This is somebody that he loves a lot, but also arguably, like, I mean, really the only person. I mean, he's close with Obi-Wan, but he doesn't even trust Obi-Wan that much. He really loves Padme. It's the only person that he feels that he's comfortable with, that he trusts, and he's afraid of losing her. This is why he needed a therapist. Somebody needed to talk to him about his, like, why he's so afraid. It is true what Yoda said, you know, death is a natural part of life and stuff. I get that. But for somebody like Anakin, that doesn't matter. Like, that's not gonna work. That's like, he's like, I don't care. I don't care if it's a part of life. Like, that's not helping me right now. But what I was gonna say, I had a theory. I felt that, you know, Anakin, when he leaves his mother, he spends a decent amount of time around Padme and Padme sort of has this like older sister slash motherly kind of energy with him. Anakin's mother dies, and I think that possibly maybe he puts Padme into that role. Not like she becomes his mom. I'm using Victor Frankenstein and his relationship with, I forget her name, but his love interest in that novel, where his mom died. I forget if she died when he was young. I think she died when he was young. And this girl, she was like adopted into the family. So she's not blood related, but there's a familial relationship. She kind of takes the role of the mom. Frankenstein sees her as, he puts her into this motherly role, but he also like loves her, but he's loved her since he was like a kid. That's kind of like Anakin and Padme's relationship, I think, sort of. I think that's why he's so obsessed with her and like honed in, focused on her. It's like, I know he loves her, but he also like really has to have her, and that's why I think that she kind of fills that motherly role and that like thing that's missing in his life that he needs. He needed a mother. Anakin needed a nanny or something, some sort of motherly figure that wasn't Padme.
Now you're closer to the Chancellor than anyone. Please ask him to stop the fighting and let diplomacy resume.
Don't ask me to do that. Don't ask me to do that.
That finger in the face?
Chancellor than anyone. Please ask him to stop the fighting and let diplomacy resume.
Don't ask me to do that.
He said, don't ask me to do that. I would not have taken kindly to the finger in the face. I'm just saying.
They asked you to spy on me, didn't they?
I don't know what to say.
Well, he's not a very good spy.
Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then his apprentice killed him in his sleep.
Oh, he's sadistic. He's really sadistic. This question is going to circle back. But what exactly killed Padme? Was it Palpatine? Did he do something to her? Somebody answer my questions. I'm really liking this one. I have to say, I'm really liking this one. I'm entertained.
Something's happening. I'm not the Jedi I should be. I want more. And I know I shouldn't.
You expect too much of yourself.
I found a way to save you.
Save me.
From my nightmares.
Is that what's bothering you?
I won't lose you, Padme.
I'm not gonna die in childbirth, Annie. I promise you.
No, I promise you.
I don't know. I know that they're spending a lot of time apart, too. That's also it. But Padme should have been checking up on her man a little bit more, because he's struggling. Like, he is struggling. Oh, no. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I just hate every time he's interacting with him. I just, oh my god. Wow. Oh my god, don't fall! Someone's gonna fall. I already know. Oh! Oh no, Anakin, don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do nothing! Don't, no! It's just standing there. Dude, do something! But I know it's gonna be something bad.
I can't hold it any longer. I can't. I'm weak. Too weak.
Ew. Ugh. He said I'm too weak. Too weak to do what? Too weak for what?
The Force is strong with you. A powerful Sith you will become. Henceforth, you shall be known as...
Darth. There you go. Ah, sweet. I mean, it's not good. It's not good that he's evil, but like, dude, that's like so iconic. Did people see that? Would have been fun to see in the movie theater. Did people cheer when they were like, when he was like, "You're gonna become Darth Vader"? I would have been like, "Woo, how cool!" I don't know. Some people don't like when movies are like movie theaters are vocal, but I do. I like when movie theaters react. It feels fun. It feels like you're part of a community.
Civil war without end. First, I want you to go to the
I heard the music.
Execute Order 66.
Yes, my lord.
So they were in on it too? Or did they... so how did that happen? How did the clones, like, switch sides? Or were they never... Are these still the clones? Yeah, right? No, I don't know. Oh, okay. So the clones were bred for obedience. Like, they're supposed... I think they explained that in the second movie. So they're supposed to be super obedient. That's why they turned on the Jedis. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Because I started watching the Clone Wars and, like, at least the first episode, they were super cooperative with Yoda and, like, respected him. That's not gonna go how you think it's gonna go. That's right. That's right. Oh, man.
What about Obi-Wan?
I don't know. Many Jedi have been killed. We can only hope that he's remained loyal to the Chancellor.
Anakin, I'm afraid.
And he's lying. He's just straight up lying. Oh yeah, he is definitely different now. He's not the same. Not the same person. After what he did, you can't go back to normal.
And a remaining Jedi will be hunted down and defeated.
So suddenly everybody just like also doesn't trust Jedi? Like, why are they cheering?
You have done well, my new apprentice. Now,
Who records this? How was this being recorded? I thought that was supposed to be like a super secret evil people meeting. Like, how was that recorded?
Anakin has turned to the dark side.
You're wrong. How could you even say that?
Because he has. Girl, use your brain.
Killing.
He is not innocent, and he has shown that he is not. He has killed people before, you know. He told you. And he's shown tendencies to, like, be in support of, like, a dictatorship. Like, why is she acting surprised?
He said you've turned to the dark side. That you killed younglings.
Obi-Wan is trying to turn you against me.
But you did those things. So, and that those are bad things. That's so sad, though. Like, they started off so cute, and then they ended with domestic violence, and that's not cute, so. I don't know, I wish I wouldn't have included, well, I guess it's like to truly show, like, how warped his mind is, but I wish I wouldn't have included him choking her.
I have brought peace.
You just choked out your pregnant wife. Oh my god. No! The little behind the back thing, I guess, is apparently Hayden Christensen's, like, special move. Like, he fully intends on killing his friend. Like, his best friend. I do like how they ended this with Anakin fighting his best friend. Told his friend and his master.
I have failed you, Anakin. I have failed you. I should have known the Jedi were plotting to take over. Anakin, Chancellor Palpatine is evil. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Well, then you are lost.
Yeah, you're gone, my dude. Anakin's gone. He's like, he checked out. He's definitely, like, delusional. Everything went to shit. Truly. How horrible. The parallels. Like, life is being brung into the world, but his is pretty much ending. I mean, he didn't die. Metaphorically, he died. How did she already have the names picked out? Like, she was ready? She just found out that she was having twins, and she already had the names prepared? I would be so mad at my sibling if they got to grow up as like royalty and I was like just out in the boonies. So that's his step siblings, Anakin's step siblings, right? Now I want to watch the original trilogy. Many of Shakespeare's plays get the, you know, the tragedy of Macbeth, the tragedy of, and I think you could call this the tragedy of Anakin Skywalker. It's so sad. Like, it's so sad. I talked about it because, you know, I've been editing this throughout my journey, and I mentioned the one story theory, and I don't know what happened with that. I must have accidentally cut that part out. I talked about there's this idea that there's one story, and comparing Macbeth and this Anakin's story, it's not like I think George Lucas was like watching a Macbeth play or like read the play and was like, ooh, ideas. There's been so many stories, so many things have been done already. It's kind of hard to, oh, this is very unique, and you know, Star Wars is Star Wars. Every story, like if you take the unique aspects of it and you strip it down to like the basics, there's a lot of similarities and different stories from all around the world. There's this idea of intertextuality, and this is something I can talk about more in the video that I'm planning to make. But there's this idea that all stories are like in dialogue with one another. George Lucas, even if he's not explicitly referencing Macbeth or Shakespeare, and I'm sure that wasn't the intention, different stories are constantly influencing each other, whether that be movies, plays, books. It's like, it's just hard to do something complete. Like, I don't think that it's possible to really do a story that nobody's ever seen before. Even if you can do something completely unique that nobody has ever seen before, as in terms of aesthetics or like the world or ideas, but essentially the stories are all, again, I'm gonna cut a lot of this stuff out. I'm not doing very well explaining this, but yeah, if you take the uniqueness of a story, like you take the uniqueness of Star Wars or the Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter or what have you, and you strip it down to the basics, like the most basic story. You have a hero, you have good versus evil, you have a love story, like, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining this very well, but that's why you also have things like tropes, stuff like that, you know, things that are like a constant. The like tragic hero trope has been done even way before Shakespeare. It's been done since like Greek, ancient Greek stories, Greek mythology. Yeah, I had fun doing this. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I got some writing to do, trying to compare Anakin and Macbeth. It feels like writing an essay for school, but it's more fun because I'm choosing to do this. I'm doing this because I want to, and that's nice. Like, you know, with school and essays, you're doing it because you have to for a grade, but I'm doing this because I want to, and that's what makes it fun. But yeah, I have a lot of, like, it doesn't look like I have a lot of notes, but I just wrote like ideas, and I have more to research. I'm gonna go more in depth, or try to. I'm gonna try and be more organized than my Sleeping Beauty is Gothic video. I feel like I did a decent job with that one, but I don't feel like I was super organized. So I'm gonna try and do a better job with this. And yeah, goodbye.